New Jersey Governor-elect Mikie Sherrill's transition is underway. She named several senior advisors, including her chief of staff. Sherrill sat down with our Margaret Brennan. Here is some of their conversation.
You said on CNN this past week that there's a feeling working people have not been heard and that there's too much caution and mediocrity in the Democratic Party today. What did you mean by that?
That as I was talking to people across the state, thousands of people, they wanted to see an agenda to get their costs down and something that was going to take place quickly. As I said, I'm not writing a strongly worded letter. I'm not doing a 10-year plan. I'm on day one declaring a state of emergency. Not just because I'm furious that, as too many people have failed New Jersey ratepayers, that the costs are being dumped on them. Yes, that is a huge problem for me that I'm addressing. But it also, I think, conveys that sense of urgency that I feel to work for the people of New Jersey so that they know that this is a day one issue for me. They also want to see somebody, though, that has their backs because they know that these tariffs are raising costs. They know that the One Big Beautiful Bill is going to take away their health care. They know that attacks on the Gateway Tunnel project are going to raise costs here and really cut into job opportunities. So they want to know that whoever's governing is going to be focused on governing for them, not a party of one like Donald Trump.
Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan joins me now here at the Family Desk. Margaret, always great to have you with us. Mikie Sherrill, the governor-elect, talked about urgency, but she also knows she's going to have to deliver results.
Right. Well, that's going to be the transition from being a lawmaker in Washington to being an executive of a state. And it's interesting because she still has that lawmaker role right now as representative. And we pressed her on a number of things, including the shutdown that's happening now. She will inherit whatever long-term effects there are on her residents in the state of New Jersey, but she's still holding the party line saying this is what the voters want, to see Democrats really defend this issue of health care. And you heard her speak more broadly for her party, the kind of messages that she thinks Democrats should be driving home, like they're worried about the prices Americans are paying.
In the Commonwealth of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger, the Democratic nominee, now governor-elect, she will also be on Face the Nation.
She will. We have these two governors in waiting, and it's interesting to have both of them on. And the common thread here seems to be affordability, something the president today, when he was talking, said this was a con job by Democrats because he's taking care of the affordability issue. I think this is always the thing that plagues any candidate, no matter what country you're talking about. It's the kitchen table and what people face when it comes to putting the price of their meals together, or what they pay. For example, in New Jersey, what Governor-elect Sherrill was talking about there, energy. It's up nearly 20%, those utility costs in her state versus 6% nationwide. So that's why that was that number one thing for her agenda, because people know what they pay every single month. And it's going to be hard to combat a lot of these things.
And the backlash for President Trump is during the campaign, he promised to lower prices on day one. Spanberger and Sherrill have also made promises to address those things on day one. It's a great campaign slogan.
But then you got to act.
But you've got to act. And if you don't, the backlash can be sometimes swift, as we saw in this 2025 election cycle. Margaret Brennan, always a pleasure. Thanks so much. You can watch more of Margaret's interview with Mikie Sherrill and her interview with Virginia Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger on Face the Nation at 10:30 a.m. on CBS and right here on CBS News 24/7, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.